Hello everyone and welcome back to Space Engineers Planetary Survival. I'm your host, 2005 Guy 2. Okay, so you might be able to see the very thin blue writing that says SOS in the bottom-ish right corner. Basically, we've had a little bit of an issue when we were out of the game. Basically, while we were chasing down unknown signals, left the ship up here, went off to grab the unknown signal, logged off, just come back, and it looks like the polar ice caps have melted. The water is somewhat clear, but it's very deep. So I'm not sure how we're going to get to our supplies. We could use the ship in the water apparently, but that's not how we're going to play this. What we're going to try and do is we're going to try and make a ship that goes out, but not with up thrust. That's going to be a feat in itself for myself. Not sure how I'm going to do it. I think what we'd probably wind up having to do is to make a dry dock, build a couple of structures on land, and then try and ship them out to sea. Gently drop them into the ocean and hope for the best. So I'm not sure how this is all going to work. It's going to be a very first for me. This is the first time that I've been looking at this mod. I'm not comfortable with mucking about with the settings, so what I've done is I've just left it with the default settings. And as deep as it goes, well, we know that 500 meters is the limit for the spacesuit. So if it's deeper than 500 meters, we are going to be in trouble. So that said, let's get started on a rescue plan, as well as a temporary shelter, just in case the lightning strikes. Because of the water everywhere, I've also added a couple of mods, one of them being an airlock, so we don't have to worry about setting up a manual air dock, because let's face it, it uses up a lot of space, and sometimes you wind up with more oxygen than you can actually make or store, and it could be a little bit of a problem. We could always try it. There are a couple of doors that we have available to us for that, just in case we decide to go down that route. So let's start with. I was toying with the idea of making a lighthouse. I've never done anything like that in Space Engineers, but it might be a nice challenge. So let's go with that. But I'll quickly see how we make the circle, because at the moment I've got circles that are about 300 blocks wide and nothing really smaller than that. So let's quickly get out some graph paper and I'll be right back.
It's all about humanity.
Okay, so before we actually get further into the episode, and I know this is a little bit ahead of, I'm planning to put this a little bit before we get to the point that drove me absolutely out of the wall. So by now you should know that the water mod is on. However, what you probably won't know until very late, or very later on, is that there is a problem with, I think it is the water mod. I can't put it down to anything else. There's a problem with the pistons, especially if you've got drills attached to them, and you've got the water mod running, and the drills are full of stone and other things. The pistons do not want to go up. I mean, they really do not want to go up. They'll go down fine. They'll go down way too fast, but they do not want to go up. So there is a slight problem with the whole drilling downwards problem. I'm hoping that there won't be a problem drilling forwards, but I've already got plans for making that a little bit easier, but that will be in the next episode. But this one has driven me up the wall. I will show you guys a small glimpse of the problem that I hit. Basically, if we go to the pistons, so that one's up already. It took me about half an hour to do it. At the moment, it's currently stuck on 4.1 meters. As you can see, it's currently in the reverse order to go up. Block is switched on. In order to get this to go further up, we do reverse, so it pushes down, and then reverse again to pull it up. Now, if we go out of the menu, leave the drill at all, it just stops right there and then. If we just sit with it, after a little while, it just stops again. The question is when. But yeah, there you go, 2.8 meters, it stopped again. And the only way to get it up is to reverse and reverse again, and then it goes back up again. And then you have to do this quite literally every couple of seconds, and it is annoying as frig. So you guys will see a little bit of my ranting afterwards. I couldn't figure out why it was doing this. I removed the drills, redid the drills on the next batch, which is what we're currently pulling up. And we lost all the materials with it because I didn't catch the problem with a different problem beforehand. So it's let's say that this episode was a bit of a nightmare. It took way longer than plans to put together. I would say it's probably took about 10 or 11 hours to do. I haven't really looked at my phone yet, or at the time frame. All I know is that it's getting light outside already, so that means it's past sunrise now. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. But I'll let you guys get on with the actual episode, and I hope that you guys enjoy it more than I did putting it together. If you didn't, please let me know in the comments why you didn't. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon to help the channel grow and to get notified when the next video goes up. I will try to put videos up daily, but there are a couple games out there, this one included, that takes a lot of time to actually get that little bit further in game. Also, if you've got any hints to what we're currently building and how to do it, feel free to leave them in the comments so that it might help later on when we go back to try and finish this little build off. So I will leave you guys here with this little aggravating clip of mine, and let you guys get back on in the actual video itself. Okay, so it took quite some time to get all those drills done, and boy, they're loud. I think they're even louder than they used to be. Holy crap. Okay, might have to change the speed on the pistons ever so slightly to make it go a little bit slower. Let's make it 0.1. So we get all that stone. Okay, and away we go. It's bouncing about like a yo-yo, but let's find out if it goes alright. Wow, loud. It might still be a little bit fast. Hey, sound's gone down a bit. Nice. I didn't put the initial turn signals on. Whoops. Whoops. Pistons. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so we still have to move it up a little bit further, and then also all the way down there. Try to keep the height the same, which is going to be quite difficult. But I suspect it's going to take a very long time to get this far, and we still need to finish off the rest of this bit. So what I'll do is I'll do all this sticking off of camera, and I shall see you guys. Well, for you guys it'll be a couple seconds. For me it will probably be 1 or 2 days. Basically I've been up all night. It's now come up for 8:50 in the morning, so I need to have a little nap. And apparently it's going to be an absolute scorcher, so I suspect I'll only get about 3 hours sleep today. So I shall see you guys in a couple seconds for you, and for me it'll probably be a couple of hours to maybe 1 or 2 days. Okay, so doing a little bit more on this tube, and we seem to be missing a block. It's the one that goes in between, well, the one that looks like it's a straight edge slope, straight edge. I thought it was in this game as well, but it looks like it's only Empyrion that's got that block. I guess one way we had it in Space Engineers at one point, unless it was a mod. I guess I'll have a little look through my mods, see if we can find the missing one. So I'll be back in just a moment. But what I can do is, at the moment, show you how far we've gotten. So we've got a nice little deep hole here, which has gone a couple meters down. Not very far down, but it's just far enough. If we can get one more line over here, same width, and then push it that direction in a straight line, then we should be right, because all we do then is have it go out in a straight line, and we can have this bit over here. If I bring this forward a bit, have that being the actual dock itself. And then maybe a little bit more of a straight here, so we don't have to keep jumping. And then we make the boats here, and then have them set off to sea. Now, the problem with this tube is lighthouses. I could have sworn that they had a slight slant on them, so I thought I'll just try that. But it looks like I might have to go worst case scenario and turn it into a very long, very high tube. And then have a balcony go out with the light at the very top. I'm not sure if the light will shine straight through the glass. I doubt it will. So we're going to have to play with that. So I shall be back in just a moment. After I've looked for the blocks. Whew, that mist is a little bit, well, that fog is a little bit much. I've never noticed that that actually highlights in the dark. Weird. Uh-oh, not stuck in there again. Okay, so I think we're coming up for being ready to start up this next drilling session. I'm a little bit undecided on that lot still. I got a couple additional batteries in just so that we've got a bit more power just in case we need it. I've also started to do that wall front. I'd like to use the welding ship, but there is a slight issue with the welding ship, and that it only gives us enough power for an hour, and it's only got those little solar panels on the top to recharge them. The only way to do it would be a complete redesign of the ship. Now, I've thought of a way to do it using the hydrogen engines. I'm not sure if I've got the measurements right or not. I've never used the hydrogen engines on a small vessel before, so I'm not completely sure if it's going to work. But after drilling this lot here and making a start to go out that direction, I think it's worth a shot, because then we might be able to kill two birds with one stone. One for welding this lighthouse up, and the other one for welding up ships and other things that we want to produce. So I think we'll do that. Let's see how much ice we... Oh, sorry, not ice. Materials we still have to get through. So it's still at 400k. But it is actually going down quite substantially after putting those two big refineries in. So what I've done is I've, after creating all the resources from all the materials that we dug up, I've put in a couple of tubes. I've removed the cargo container over here, stuck it over here. I really need to do something about this gap on both sides of it. And then I basically put a tube that goes to this small cargo container all the way through here, and also all the way to this big cargo container over here. So it comes from the drills straight into here, then to the refineries, then from the refineries up this pipe here, going down, being forced into another cargo container down there, and then into this big one, and that's only for ingots. Then it goes from this big cargo container currently through a small cargo container, currently through the assembler, another small cargo container, and the survivor constructor. Now, what I plan to do is to move this assembler up top, along with another large cargo container, and that will house only materials. So after it's been manufactured in the assembler, then it goes into the large storage container, and that's where they'll be when that's done. Don't know how long these batteries are going to take to charge. I'm hoping it's not too long. It's only 3 hours now, so that's fine. We've got plenty of time. Well, plenty of time. I'm not sure about plenty of time for recording wise, because I've been expecting an update for Craftopia to come through, well, since 7 o'clock, so I had a little bit of dinner and everything else, It's now come up for 10 o'clock or 10 minutes past 10 and still no updates. So I think if I can get my finger out, we can get this episode done for tomorrow morning. So it's going to be a grinding session, probably another all-nighter, but them's the breaks. So let's continue and see how it goes from there. Now, I still haven't really decided what to do about that second level. I've been looking at lighthouses online, all the pictures. There are a couple that are tube-shaped. There is one actually very close to where I am, which is just tube-shaped with a small dome on the top. But the vast majority of them do have a slope that goes like... I can't really draw it on screen. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to do it at the moment. But yeah, they've got this wide base, and then they go a little bit thin, and then they come back out a little bit more, and then they've got a lip with a catwalk all the way around them. Then they've got the a little bit more going up, then a lot of glass for where the light is, and then you've got a bit more going up, and then the roof. I was aiming for one of those, but hindsight and the problem with various blocks, and if I were to use the block that's on number 8 of the hotkeys, it won't look like a circle if we do that, or tube shaped. It will look like a what shape is that? Oh, octagon, I think. Hexagon, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Octagon, yeah, eight sides. And it won't look like a circle anymore, which is one of the biggest gripes that I had trying to do this. Now, I was toying with the idea of changing the angle here. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. And it's really bugging me a lot. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll wait till we get some more materials through. When we've done that drilling, then we can set up the drill push to go outwards. Thinking about it, looking at the width needed, so we need at least 3, 5, and then 3. So we might just be just on what we need to be able to push straight through. It won't be able to push very far because it means that we'd have to do it again a couple of times. But if we go down below, even the push forward looks like we'll have to do that twice. One for the top level and one for the bottom level, unless we do multiple pistons attached to each other. So it's got that little bit more pushing power. We'd have to make it go a lot slower, of course. But I think this will be deep enough for at least a ship. We can also experiment with buildings underwater, very close to resources. Granted, I don't think that's going to be wide enough for a building. So what do we have? 5. So it's going to be 10 wide. A bit undecided. Wait, did I get that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I did. Good. Phew. I thought I got it wrong there for a moment because I was going, is that right? And then is that right? But it looks like we are starting to get there. But there are a couple of things that I'm, let's say, questioning myself about. Is it going to work? Isn't it going to work? Is it just going to be a waste of time? I don't know. So I've started to build up the base here, but looking at even the very long lighthouses online, they've actually got an octagon base, and then they go with a tube shape going upwards, which I found quite interesting. But if we did that, it means that we'd have to pull these ones out, let's say another 2 blocks, so it's up to here, then go that way a bit, and then make the actual octagon shape. That probably won't be too hard. The only thing that might be a problem is if we don't attach anything to each other. Now, with the bit that I've got up there, hopefully as everything should be attached to everything else. So if I were to move, let's say, if I were to remove this block here, the whole thing won't come crashing down. And that's been one of the fears that I've been having lately. But I'd have to do it on 2 levels, so that we'd have at least a lip on this side as well. And then we're going to have to raise this platform up over here ever so slightly as well. So these have been my thoughts for the last half an hour or so. And I've been questioning myself on how to do things every now and again, and then trying to draw inspiration from buildings online, not designs by other people and space engineers, but basically designs that are actually out there in the world. And I think what I might have to do is make it similar to the one that's close to where I am currently living, that is. But even then, there's so much I want to do on it that I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the shape completely the way I want it. Basically, the one that's close by is actually smaller than what I'm thinking of building. So it's a bit of a problem. So what I'll do is I'll drop my microphone right here, and I shall see you guys hopefully a little bit more in the upcoming time lapse. Okay, it seems that we hit a slight snag. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the pistons don't want to push down when the drills are on. Actually, they don't want to push down, period. Also, for some reason, the tube is coming up yellow. Means that it's not connected, even though it clearly is connected. It's got power going to it. So there's something not right. We can turn the drills on. It makes one hell of a racket. But the pistons, they're not broken. They just don't want to go down. So if you've got headphones on, you might want to turn your volume down right now. Oh, it's actually not that bad, probably because it's already taken that first layer off. Okay, so turn the pistons on. It's not moving at all. Reverse. Not moving at all. This is the same problem that I had when I was trying to lift them up the first time round, so I could remove the drills bit by bit. But nothing but trouble with this thing at the moment. Pistons. They are there. They're all grouped together. They're set to go forward. Initial tensor. That's not it. I'm just completely and utterly stumped. I have no idea why the hell the pistons aren't moving. It can't be a power issue because we've got enough power to last 34 years. We could turn the engines off, but that's not doing it. Turn the refineries off. It's still not moving. Still not moving. Still not moving. So at this rate, we're going to have to strip the whole thing down and rebuild it. That's S word with a U behind it, not the I. What a nuisance. As to why that one's yellow instead of green, I just don't know either. They're all connected to anything I can think of. For the yellow, it would be sorter to sorter, but I guess that sorter is obsolete now, so let's put... Oops. We keep doing that. Oops. Oh well. It should still be attached regardless that way. Let's remove that sorter. Oh. It's full. That's typical. Let's... Oops. I want to put it... I'm going to have to put it in there. Can we get to that cargo container? The answer is no. That's also very typical. Okay. Question is there anything in there? No. Okay. I seriously doubt that this is going to be it, but I can't think of any other way it could, or any other reason it could be. There's a couple more motors. Okay. Okay, it's still yellow. What the hell is going on? Don't want to invite Clang to the party, but we might not have any other choice. I don't want to grind that stuff down again. Especially considering that we've just run out of room in the small cargo container. Oh, I'm going to be toying around with this little problem for a little while, so I don't want to bore you guys with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here, and I shall see you guys in just a moment. I really don't get this problem at all. Just had a little thought. probably won't do it, but okay, so it's still set for max going forward. Let's turn those drills on again. Okay, could hear it there for a sec, but it's not budging. This is so irritating, I can't figure it out. We've got green going in there, then we've got yellow there. Okay, I think I may have solved a piece of the problem. But yeah, that's vibrating something wicked compared to a minute ago. There we go. Well, let's go away from that noise. Okay, so yeah, a little bit stumped on that, but had to remove the whole lot, rebuild it, and it's working that little bit better again. So I don't know what was wrong there, but maybe the internal workings got destroyed. Maybe there's a piece of material where it wasn't supposed to be, got stuck in the drills or the piston. I have no idea what the heck's going on there. But let's hope that it's all sorted now. We can get all this material in here. It's not going in there. What the hell? Where's all the material going? There's got to be a break there. What the hell is going on? We're losing all that material now. Great. They are off now, right? Yeah. What the hell is going on up there? Is it this that's broken? Is the cargo container's fine, right? Is that not connected or something? Should be. Whew. This is becoming extremely annoying. So it means that we've lost all that material. No, it's... inventory, it's not going in here. What the hell have I just done? Got that not working, and yet this lot still doesn't work. Oh, it's driving me insane! Well, it looks like we've got the pipe now sorted. So the pipe was damaged somewhere, I think maybe struck by lightning, and that's why it was doing it. But I couldn't see any smoke, so I couldn't see any damage. Didn't know where it was damaged. But I removed the whole pipe, redid the pipe, and it's working now. That means that we've lost a lot of material, which we could have turned into resources. Let's turn that back on. Let's see if that's... oh, that's probably not going to be pushing any further. I missed my chance with that, damn it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's pull that back up. Or is it stuck again? No, it's not being pulled back up again. Still being... Okay. Something screwy is going on and I just can't figure out why. Reverse. Okay, and now they're going up nice and slowly. So they were pushing down really fast. Too fast for us to stop it earlier. And now it's going... No, it's stuck. Oh boy, this is starting to drive me absolutely up the wall. Okay, I'm going to put what's it called, a storage container out here. We set up this whole kit and caboodle over here. Not having confined over there, it's just going to drive me nuts. Then we do the piping so that it comes out through here, and we can do that in a little bit. But for a moment, I just have to cool down. I'm really hot. It's absolutely cooking in here, and I'm a little bit pissed off with having to drill it all off and then do it. My guess is it could be something to do with weight. It could be something to do with the water. I have no idea, but this is bugging the hell out of me. Still set for on, still reverse the whole way, and it's not reversing. It will go down. It will go up. It will go up all the way. Maybe it will go a bit further this time. Okay. Maybe only one piston at a time. But this is really doing my head in. Looks like it stopped again. As soon as we move away from it, it stops. Unfortunately, our hydrogen is not going to last that long. And it stopped moving straight away. Yep, it stopped moving. And if we do it like that, it starts moving again. Go out of it. Moving quite slowly, but it's moving. If we go a little way away from it, it stops. What the hell?